Welcome back to Comps and Coffee. We're going to talk about inventory today. Nicole, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm going great. I got coffee. I got what kind of coffee? Giselle?
Javalia.
Javalia.
We have Javalia coffee today, dark roast.
Dark roast.
We have been getting questions from people that watch the show. Yay! Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you so much. So, one of the questions that we got was, what is the difference between a buyer and a seller's market?
Great question. I always wanted to know that too. Okay, so the buyer's market is when we have a supply of homes more than 6 months.
Okay.
When we have a supply of sellers inventory more than 6 months, we call that a buyer's market. Buyers have more options to choose from. They have advantage in that market. That's a buyer's market.
So in layman's terms, Eric,
Yep.
that means we have a whole lot of houses for sale.
Whole lot.
And we have a smaller pool of buyers that are looking.
Cheers to that.
In a buyer's market.
That's a buyer's
right?
market.
Buyer's market, little bit of buyers, lot of homes. They can go and choose and pick, and they can pretty much get whatever price they want because all of these homes are competing against each other for pricing.
Well, not get what price they want, but they can submit an offer and they can dictate terms.
They can dictate
terms. You know, they have a lot more leverage in that market than a seller's
because
market.
all of the sellers are competing against one another.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Great. Buyer's market, small buyers, lot of sellers. Now, seller's market.
Seller's market, the opposite.
The opposite.
It's the opposite. So seller's market is when we have a lot less inventory of sellers, homes, and a lot more buyers, a lot more demand for the home.
Okay. So again, to make it simple for people to understand.
Less than 6 months.
In a seller's market, we have a small amount of sellers and a lot of buyers.
Correct.
And so now, because we have this small amount of sellers,
right,
sellers can say, well, I have 10 people looking for my house. And if you can't pay me $450 and they can, I'm going to go with them. I'm not going to go with you.
Correct.
And this is what happened in 2020, 2021, right?
Multiple
offers. We were in a seller's market and everybody was getting 10 and 20 and 30 offers for their house. And so that's why they were able to offer top dollar because everyone said, listen, come to me with your final and best offer.
Right.
And if my best offer was $500K and your best offer was $550, guess who got the deal?
The $550.
The $550.
That's the seller's market. That's
strong, the seller's market.
Now, there's different levels. There's a seller's market. There's a super strong seller's market. There's a mid seller's market.
There's a seller's market that will only happen once in a lifetime.
Right. That's correct. So right now
what market are we in now?
We are in the seller's market.
Inventory is less than
market. 2 months in Pasco, and I think in the whole state of Florida is around 3 months.
Okay, so right now we are in a seller's market. We have a small amount of homes that are available for sale, but we have a whole lot of buyers that are buying. However, the difference in this seller's market is the interest rates are crazy high.
Yeah.
Home prices are crazy high. So this market that we have, although it's a seller's market, houses are not selling the way they would normally sell. Normally, because normal is different for everyone. Houses are not selling the way they would normally sell because of these factors, right?
You're absolutely
So we have 3 factors. And the 3 factors are how much you make per year or how much the household makes per year, your income. And then we have the home price and we have the interest rate.
So are those factors for buyers buying homes, or are these factors in the market that can change the market?
These are factors for the market, for the market being changed.
Right. These are factors that can change the market.
So what do you think needs to happen for us to change the market to sort of normalize it?
You know, I was looking at the stats too. Florida has not been in a buyer's market in over 10 years.
Wow.
In over 10 years since the crash. So it has not been in a buyer's market.
Wow.
Since the crash, we have builders completely stopped building, and that there wasn't no new homes being built. So when you don't have no new inventory, you start people buying homes, you start to see a shift happening.
Right.
So we have not been in a buyer's market in quite some time. But what needs to change? The question was to shift this market.
Yes. What do you think needs to change
Well,
so
we
that our
have three
market can
things
shift?
that can shift the market. We have interest rates that can change. We have values, home values that can change, and you have income on people buying homes. If that changes, that can change the market.
Okay.
Those factors can change the market.
So I guess now the question is,
And inventory.
and inventory can change the market.
Inventory can change the market, right?
Right.
We need inventory to change the market. So those are some of the factors that can change the market.
So I guess now the question is, which one do you think will happen first? And you know what? We can put a quick poll on the screen right here. And let's see, which one do you think will happen first? Do you think interest rates will come down first? Do you think home prices will come down first?
Home values.
Or do you think a lot of people will get at least a 20% increase in their income?
Right.
So we're going to give you an opportunity to vote.
Yeah. Morph on our screen. Here's the answer. So I was looking at the stats. So for this market to be normalized, let's go back to pre-pandemic, right?
Yes.
Before this COVID market happened.
Okay.
So pre-pandemic market, let's go back to 20. If you wanted to go back to that time, if you live in Florida, oh my God, I wish it was back to 2019. Let's totally erase everything that happened
Especially
the last 3
home
years.
prices, yes.
Right. Let's go back to make home affordable, to make homes affordable now, to where the affordability was in 2019.
We just hit 8%.
We just hit 8. So to make homes affordable,
we need to be
at
down
4,
like 4.
Right? This is for median income and buying a house, right? When you do the numbers for a person's median income and house values.
Yes.
So for a house to be affordable, like 2019, you will need a 55% growth in your income. That's option C, that you said. Or option B will be a 4% drop in interest rates. We're at 8 now and they're going up.
Right.
Or option A, like you said, will be a 35% drop in home values. So these homes can be affordable to what people are making with the median income.
Right.
So those are the options and those are the numbers.
Those are the numbers.
Those are the numbers. 35% drop in home values, a 4% drop in interest rates, and a 55% growth in your income for these homes to be affordable again, like 2019. What's going to happen? What is most likely going to happen in your eyes? What out of these options on here on the board in front of you, which one do you think could happen?
In my eyes,
in your opinion,
I see home prices dropping first. If you are serious about selling a home, and I say serious because some people put their home up and they're just thinking, oh, let's see what I can get for it. And then you have people that put their home up either because they're in a bind or they put their home up because their job has moved them to another location or they want to be closer to family. Those people are going to be the start of the change in the market because they are going to do what they need to do to sell their home. And most likely, what they will need to do is drop the prices on their home. In order for that monthly income ratio and for that monthly payment to make sense, that is the fastest thing that can happen.
I agree. I think if you are a seller now, if you're selling your house right now, where you're going is the question, right? If the plan is to rent,
what is your purpose?
You're selling your house. You know you're not going to buy a house at 8%, right? Most likely you're the type of buyer who's like, okay, well, I'm buying a house. How much is it going to cost me? And you saw those numbers and you're like, no,
right.
I'm not selling my 4% interest rate to buy a house at 8% and have these payments. No, the house is smaller. You just don't like those conditions that you're buying in.
Right.
Okay, so then you're going to take the equity from the sale and you're going to rent, right? So they're going to be motivated to cash out. They saw them. The market's kind of topped out for them, and they want to sell. So that is a motivated seller. That type of seller can change the market. All it takes is one house to sell in your neighborhood, and there's a comp.
Yep.
That's a comparable sale. That's what an appraiser is going to pull, and that's all you need. That's all you need to drop values. And so I see a lot of motivated sellers who are in this market who are selling. I agree with you. Those are the type of sellers who will shift the market.
Yep.
And when it comes to my options, are we going to make 55% growth in income? Not if you're not if you're
Not
9 to
a normal
5,
person.
not a normal person,
Yeah.
right? Not if you're a business
Not
owner.
the majority.
No, if you're an entrepreneur and sales, you can do stuff like that.
Right.
You can make
It
numbers
can
like that.
happen. But
but
is it likely to happen?
not for
No.
the normal
I don't
person.
see it likely being. I don't think it's
Drop
likely
in
to
rates,
happen.
4.4% drop in rates. They're raising rates, and they're going to continue to raise rates as long as consumers continue to buy. So,
Right.
this is what the Fed, again, the economists and the weathermen are the only two people in the world, the only two professions in the world that they could be wrong
And still
and
keep
still
their
keep
job.
their jobs. Okay, but this is what they're telling us. They're
Yes.
telling us that they're going to continue to raise interest rates. They're going to continue to raise the Fed rate, which affects car loans and credit cards. And that has also influence on mortgage rates, right? Because when
Yep.
banks have to charge each other money, higher interest rates to make money, they're going to pass that on to the consumer.
Exactly.
So they're going to continue to raise interest rates. They have a goal of bringing down inflation, and they're going to continue to do that. That's a mandate. So I don't see the rates coming down. Can home values come down?
Of course.
Of course they can. All it takes is a motivated seller to drop a price in your neighborhood. We saw it last year when the home values here in Pasco, in Connerton even dropped 6% last
Yep.
year. So it happens, okay? They can go up too. That's real estate. But most likely you can see a drop in home values
I agree. That's going to be the first thing that happens.
out of those three.
Yep.
Yep.
And that's the easiest thing to happen too. If you're motivated and someone that is qualified comes, right, you're going to go with that person, especially if you're on a timeline and you need to get out.